Light is Britain's far-right conspiracy theory paper spreading hate and vicious lies. No, that's what the BBC say. The Light is the only national newspaper bringing you the real news and informed opinion on what's really going on today. You can subscribe, order copies, submit articles, and read back issues on our website, thelightpaper.co.uk, and see for yourself why the establishment are so worried about the uncensored truth getting out to people every month. The Light Paper. Not far right, just right so far. thelightpaper.co.uk.
Scene script. Have you ever pondered the idea of financial independence and early retirement? The notion of not having to clock in at 9 or wrestle with the daily grind? Imagine a life where you're not shackled by financial obligations or a demanding job. It's not an impossible dream, but a reality for those who embrace the FIRE movement. That's financial independence, retire early. Consider the tale of Jane, a woman in her early 30s. Jane was an ordinary person living an ordinary life. She had a 9-to-5 job, a mortgage, car payments, and a lifestyle that was comfortable but hardly extravagant. And like most people, she dreamed of a life where she didn't have to worry about money. Jane decided to make a change. She began by cutting back on non-essential expenses, saving as much of her income as possible. She invested wisely, focusing on assets that generated passive income that didn't require her to trade time for money. Slowly but surely, Jane began to build her financial independence. She was still working, but she was no longer living paycheck to paycheck. She had a safety net, a cushion that gave her the freedom to make choices based on what she wanted, not what she needed. Fast forward 10 years, Jane, now in her early 40s, had achieved her goal. She was financially independent. She had enough passive income to cover her living expenses, and she no longer needed to work to survive. She was free to retire early, to spend her time as she pleased. Jane's story may seem extraordinary, but it's not unique. It's the story of anyone who has embraced the principles of the FIRE movement. It's a tale of discipline, of sacrifice, and of a relentless pursuit of financial independence. To summarize, the key points discussed today revolve around the idea of financial independence and early retirement. It requires discipline and sacrifice, cutting back on non-essential expenses and saving as much as possible. It involves investing wisely, focusing on assets that generate passive income. But most importantly, it requires a change in mindset. It's about seeing money not as a means to buy things, but as a tool to buy freedom. It's about understanding the true value of time and the freedom that comes with not having to trade it for money. This is the essence of the FIRE movement. It's not just about retiring early, it's about achieving financial independence, about gaining the freedom to live life on your own terms. Like Jane, you too can embrace the principles of the FIRE movement and embark on a journey towards financial independence and early retirement. After all, the only thing standing between you and your financial freedom is you.
Ever wondered how much you'd need to save to achieve financial independence? The answer lies within the mathematics of a concept known as FIRE, which stands for Financial Independence, Retire Early. The most essential number in your journey to financial independence is calculated by multiplying your annual spend by 25. Notice the emphasis on annual spend, not annual income. This calculation is based on the principle that you need £300 invested for every pound you wish to spend each month in passive income. Hence, your FIRE number is also your monthly spend times 300. This mathematical principle is founded on the 4% safe withdrawal rate, as defined by financial advisor William Bengen. He proposed this rate after analyzing the S&P 500, which typically produces an average of better than 10% growth per year when studied over a period of approximately 30 years. Bengen considered factors such as inflation and market volatility. After studying previous market activity, he concluded that a 4% rate of withdrawal per year would provide for a 30-year sustainable portfolio in the vast majority of cases. So to paint a clearer picture, if your monthly spend is £1,000, then your target for financial independence is 300 times 1,000, or £300,000. Alternatively, if your annual spend is £12,000, your financial independence target is 25 times 12,000, which also equates to £300,000. The first step in planning your financial independence, therefore, lies in understanding your monthly and yearly expenditure. Without this knowledge, it is impossible to take further strides towards your financial freedom. In summary, the mathematics of FIRE revolves around the principle of multiplying your annual spend by 25 or your monthly spend by 300 based on the 4% safe withdrawal rate. Knowing your monthly and annual spend is crucial in determining the amount you need to save to achieve financial independence. Armed with this knowledge, you can then plan your journey towards financial freedom. Remember, the journey to financial independence is not a sprint, but a marathon. Embrace the mathematics of FIRE and take the first step towards your financial independence today.
Good morning, guys. It's 8 o'clock on Tuesday the 13th of January 2026. Just a quick look at the top here. The market down 0.22% yesterday, closing at 98.045. If we look up at the shape of the graph there, you'll see, well, you may or you may not see it, but it looks to me as though we had a very small dip and now a very slight upward trend again. I know there was some discussion or some suggestion recently that the housing market could actually surge once again. I'll be honest, I found that surprising, but that's what I've heard. That said, the market has just opened, and before we go any further, let's just have a look at the situation in the portfolio to date. So the portfolio value currently sitting at 31,400. The return on investment 33.5%. There are 320 shares in the portfolio, and the average purchase price is currently sitting at 73.49. Before we have a look at the notifications, let me just draw your attention to Monzo.
I want a bank that makes money easy.
That sounds perfectly reasonable.
And you are?
We're a bank called Monzo.
I want a bank that shows me what I spend instantly.
No problem, just give us a go. See?
Can you make splitting bills easy?
Super easy, check this out.
But it's a real faff to sign up.
It takes less than 10 minutes.
Race you.
You're on.
Can I talk to a real person 24/7?
Of course.
Even now?
Yep.
Even now?
Anytime.
Can you tell me when I'm running a little low on cash?
We certainly can.
Cool. Can I afford these?
You certainly can't, sorry. Can't afford that either.
That's a real shame.
Not really. Time's up, how'd you get on?
It's a draw.
Can you help me save for my next holiday?
Oh, how about you set up a savings pot in the Monzo app called Barbados, baby?
Thanks for listening, Monzo.
We're all ears.
We can go now.
Rude. You make Monzo Monzo.
Okay, as shown on screen there are affiliate links in the description. There's one for Monzo, obviously, one for Smarty Mobile. Both companies that I use and I'm very happy with. Notifications, let's have a look. See, Alibaba rises 10% as China seeks to curb food delivery price wars. Duolingo falls 7% on leadership shake-up, and plans to prioritize product over near-term profit. BE Semiconductor up 6% as Q4 orders increased by 43% on strong data center demand. And another holiday upcoming, Monday the 19th of January is an official holiday in the United States, Martin Luther King Jr. Day. US markets will be closed for trading. So those are the notifications. Just before I go any further, let me just point out that I mentioned the return on investment there, 33.5%. I hadn't mentioned at the start of the video that we are now 3 years and 41 weeks into this roughly 8-year fire journey, or fire experiment if you prefer. So what you're looking at here is a practice account on the Trading 212 practice platform. Now the data themselves are real, but where I think the practice account differs from the real investment or ISA accounts is that dividends are not payable within the practice accounts, so far as I have seen anyway. Right, now that we have covered all that, let me remind you that if you're a regular viewer to the channel, each week I invest 120 theoretical pounds from the portfolio into the market, so let's go ahead and do that. As you can see, at the current market value, we're going to be buying roughly 1.22 shares. The market is up 0.1% so far today. There are no stops or limits or anything like that. I'm trading on an open market, so it's a market buy, no commission, and that was very quick. Normally I think you usually have to press 2 buttons to get to this point, unless I did it really quickly, I don't know, but anyway, we did buy 1.22 shares. The purchase price was 98.11. So let's see if the figures have updated. They have actually, because I can see from the number of shares. So the new portfolio value now sitting at 31,500. New return on investment little affected at 33.33%, with 321 shares in the market now, with an average price of 73.58. Wouldn't that have been lovely if it was 37, whatever decimal would follow that? We'd be talking hundreds of percentage points return on investment at that price, but no, I've misread that slightly. So yes, there we go. Things looking pretty good, really. I think it's just time to point out a couple of key points on the graph. If we go way back over here to the left hand side, you see this red shoot here. That was the COVID effect, negated a couple of months later by a V-shaped recovery. Then things are plain sailing up until the start of the Ukraine conflict, which seems to have caused most of this instability. Then the market decided to move on up until Donald Trump's tariffs announcements, and that was the cause of this red shoot, which as you can see again was followed swiftly by a V-shaped recovery a number of months later, and that's where we are today up here. Still haven't reached the £100 mark yet in terms of the price point, although that is creeping ever closer. I don't know how well you can see the font size down at the bottom there, but these figures simply represent the fact that this is a practice account, or at least that's what the free funds represent. So free funds remaining currently 26,360. So because you're given 50,000 theoretical pounds in a practice account at the start, once we hit a free funds amount of 25,000, we'll be halfway through the experiment. So we have a little more to go before we reach that point. But already, as I say, the portfolio value is up by 33%. So that explains why, rather than just sitting at 25,000, we're actually sitting at 31.5 in the portfolio value, and then the result is essentially the profit or loss. Green for profit, red for loss. So we're up nominally. We're up a little under 8,000 currently, and as I say, that's after 3 years and 41 weeks. You're not going to see returns like that from a bank. Absolutely not. Right. That's pretty much it for this week. What I will say is, if you're interested in following the journey, please subscribe to the channel, and if you particularly enjoyed this one, why not give it a thumbs up. But that's it from me for this week. I'll be back next week with more. In the meantime, have a good rest of your week, and hope to see you then. Bye for now.
Woke up one morning, saw the world in a new light. No more 9 to 5, I'm living my own fight. I got a plan that's simple, a number game to play. It's the freedom that I'm chasing, I'm walking away. They said it's impossible, just a dream so far, but I've learned to count the cost. Now I'm driving my own car. I don't need a mansion, don't need a fancy name. I've got peace of mind and I'm free from the daily grind shame. It's not magic, it's maths, it's a clear-cut path. Building wealth day by day, it's all about the craft. I've got my numbers straight, my future's looking bright. No more working for a paycheck, I'm free to take flight. It's not magic, it's maths, it's the way I live. Financial freedom's waiting, with all that I can give. I cut back on the clutter, I got my spending in check, investing in my future, no time for regret. The years go by faster, my money's working too. I got a plan that's steady and it's seeing me through. They said I couldn't do it, said it wouldn't last, but I'm retiring early, leaving all that stress in the past. I'm building my empire, brick by brick. The math's all adding up and it's working real quick. It's not magic, it's maths, it's a clear-cut path. Building wealth day by day, it's all about the craft. I've got my numbers straight, my future's looking bright. No more working for a paycheck, I'm free to take flight. It's not magic, it's maths, it's the way I live. Financial freedom's waiting, with all that I can give. paths and it's mine to take. A life of freedom, no more decisions to make.